Peace and love. I have a really interesting deck that I wanted to unbox with you all tonight. I hope you are doing well. I just got this in the mail not too long ago. Cat Gods, Goddesses, Deities, and Demons, Oracle Deck and Guidebook. And then I also have the book here by Natalie Bovis. And let's see. Illustrated by Lucy Rose. So we're going to look at this together tonight, and then we'll just pull a card and get the energies of the card, and we'll read from the guidebook, and then we'll take a look at the actual book too to see how it's set up. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a beautiful week. Sending you some positive vibrations, some good energy as we head into the spring months. All right, so let's see. So let's look at the deck first. All right, so it comes like this in this box, and this is by Running Press. I have another deck by them, but I can't, it's packed away, and I think it's fairies. I will have to, another time I'll have to bring it out and show it to you all. So let's take a little peek. I love the artwork. That's what drew me to this deck. So when you get decks from this company, Running Press, you have your book that's attached on one side, and then inside the sleeve here, you have the actual deck. And the artwork is really nice. They did a good job on that. So let's see. And we'll pull the book out as well so that we can read from it. I'm just going to pop this to the side. All right. Give me one moment. All right. All right, and so this is the back of the cards. Beautiful imagery here with the cat and the quartz in the middle with the swords. All right. And so it's a cardboard-like feeling. If you're used to Hay House, it kind of has a Hay House feel, but maybe a little thinner. But it doesn't feel too flimsy. It's not the best, it's not the worst, okay? All right, so let's take a quick peek. And so I mispronounce the names. Let's look at the guidebook first, and then we'll get started. All right, so we have the contents, introduction, prepare your sacred space, channel divine feline energy, and how to use the cards. All right, so it looks like the cats are broken up based on continents. So first we start off with Africa, then we move to the Americas, Asia, Europe. All right, and let's see. So introduction, Mother Nature and her wild species was sacred to our ancestors who understood that all life is indeed interconnected. The very universal energy that powers the sun, stars, and celestial bodies is connected to life on terra firma, where trees and plants grow and ocean tides swell. It also runs through the physical bodies of every creature that's ever existed on the earth. Some people call this life force a soul and consider it the true essence of a living being, whether it's two-legged, four-legged, feathered, scaled, or finned. All right. It's a beautiful energy. So, it says, when referring to cat deities, the first place that springs to mind for many of us is ancient Egypt. Cats in the Arabic world are still widely respected as clean animals who carry good fortune, but many other groups hold cats in high regard as messengers and guides as well. So if you hear cats in the background, I have two girls of my own, and anytime I'm out here talking with you all, they tend to get a little bit hyped. So if you hear them in the background, they're just giving you all their loving energy. So preparing your sacred space, clear the clutter, creating an altar by assembling a few meaningful items, such as an individualized space where you can come and sit in stillness and inwardly reflect. All right. So let's just take a look at the cards. All right, so this is kind of where we start up with Africa. All right. So the first card, and I'm going to make sure you can see it. All right. All right, let's see. All right, so we have Okongo. Consider others. Bastet, fulfillment. It's always beautiful to see Bast. Mahes, seek truth. Mafdet, poison. Mingwa, perspective. Weza, magic kindness. The illustrations are beautiful to me, very whimsical, kind of folksy a little bit. I love that. Mut, quiet truth. Nagal, tear it down. Sekhmet, protect or destroy. Agasso, avoid rigidity. Al-Apek. All right, so now we're moving into, let's see, the Americas. All right. Al-Apek, sacrifice for victory. Carbuncle, true value. Kakoa, like attracts like. Ekbalam, strength. Hok Didasha, know your spirit. Excel, make space. Lucifer, perspective. Or Lucifer. Miss Hipshu, I don't know, guys. Heal. Tapioto, seek light. Bagashia, nature. Bakaneko, control. Dawan, determination. And so we've moved, I'm sorry, we've moved into, the colors look the same, right? But it's a different type of, it's a teal now. So, let's see. And a lot of these are new to me, but we're in Asia now. Hete, justice. Kasha, self-evaluation. Lishu, elegance. Maneki Neko, wealth. Patriparan, appreciation. Look at that. That's just beautiful. I would love a print of some of these. Pichakla or Pachakla, avoid isolation. Sin, loyalty. Artemis. I want to make sure I have it right. All right, so Europe. And this is the last suit of cards, okay? Aslan, compassion. Oh, so we had Artemis with new beginnings. Aslan with compassion. Cat C, do no harm. Cat Sith, I love this one. Dance with the devil. Maybe not that though, right? Love the illustrations though. Diana, power. Calanthias, resilience. Jolokaturin, I don't know. Break tradition. Kita, transform or keta. Libertas, freedom. Magical cats of Cerdwin, satisfaction. Beautiful. Ovnik, gratitude. This is beautiful. This is just a gorgeous deck. All right, so let's see. I'm just using my phone. See if I can. Sorry, guys. All right. So let's go ahead and shuffle it and see, and then we'll read from the guidebook, and then we'll look at the actual book and see what the differences might be. So I'm just going to shuffle it. And like I said, it's like just a cardboard. It's matte feeling, nice and smooth. Smooth finish. Not too flimsy, but not too strong either. Kind of maybe in between. I would imagine that if you rifle shuffle, I don't, but if you do, I do sometimes to get the energy flowing. They'll bend. I can see them bending over time. Let's see. It's not too bad. All right. So let's kind of see. Spirit, I'm in need of a message today. What message do you have for us in the collective energy? Those that might be watching tonight. What message do you have to give us some encouragement as we move into a new season? Give us one card. One feline energy. Okay, let's see. All right. So we'll see what we have. Lucifer, perspective. That's always a good one. Then on the bottom we're not going to read the bottom, but just sacrifice for victory. So I always look at the bottom card. For me, a lot of times for my readings, it's the underlying energy of a situation, or the hidden aspects of a reading. All right, things that aren't quite visible, or the shadow aspect. So Spirit is telling us to sacrifice for victory. We have to gain perspective. So let's look and see what we have for this one. And then we'll take a quick peek at the book as well. All right, hold on, let me find it. Perspective. All right, before a big decision or when seeking an amicable end to a conflict, evaluating it from every point of view helps a solid resolution become clear. The name Lucifer was likely derived from the French-Canadian word for lynx, or loup cervier, a sneaky and dangerous hunter. As a mystical cat, he retained both positive and negative interpretations. Indigenous Canadian Wabanaka folklore recounted him as malevolent and greedy. However, Native people in the U.S. revered this wildcat spirit as a clairvoyant and found him helpful when searching for game. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at the book. Same card, and we just kind of want to see what information we get from the book. Is it worth getting both of them? All right, so let's see. Page 78. And if you don't mind, I'll read it to you. The name Lucifer was likely derived from the French Canadian word for lynx, or loup de sévère, a sneaky and dangerous predator. Many early fur traders came from France, which influenced the language and lore as they carried their interpretation of native tales they heard along their journeys. As a mystical cat, Lucifer has both positive and negative interpretations. Indigenous Canadian Wanbanka folklore recounts him as malevolent and greedy. However, the Zuni people in the United States revered the lynx wildcat spirit as a clairvoyant and helpful when searching for game. He is included in various native legends, including one where he pursues a rabbit for his dinner. The rabbit is a trickster and dupes the hungry lynx several times. Finally, as revenge for trying to kill the rabbit, Lucifer has his eye pecked out by ravens and is left for dead in the forest. Considering the circle of life in the wild, the hunters and their prey, this hardly seems fair, but it appears that the rabbit had the upper hand, after all. Because of this ordeal, many say that Lucifer's magical spirit still roams the woods and will still assist human rabbit hunters as a part of his own eternal vendetta. The tale of this wildcat can be seen from several points of view. Whether siding with the hungry lynx or cheering for the clever bunny, perspective determines who is the hero and who is the villain. As with everything in life, attempting to view a situation from all sides leads to the most balanced evaluation, which is actually the truth. I like that. All right. Beautiful deck of cards. I'm going to continue to probably spend some more time with them. But I actually like the book. I think the book is nice. The book is actually nice if you don't have the cards. So just to enjoy the book without the cards would be a beautiful thing. And you can still divine with the book by flipping it, and then seeing where you land. Okay, so that's a way that you can use the books for divination. So yeah, I highly recommend this book. It's really nice. All right. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.